Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Christoph. First of all, I'd like to say a massive thank you to those of you that have checked out my channel, and a really big thank you to those that have subscribed. It means an awful lot. I'm a small channel, and the views and the subscribers mean a lot. Thank you very much. Today we're going to be working on a couple of Chinese elms, 1 or 2 year old from cuttings. They've not woken up for spring yet, so a little initial styling, get the long branches back, ready to go for the new growth in spring. Okay, let's check it out. Now I've got 5 of these little trees to work on. This one, as you can see, has already started pushing growth at the bottom, but towards the top nothing's happening yet. We've got some buds. It is alive up top, I have scratched off, but it's just weird how it's only giving new growth at the bottom at the moment. This one here, same again, long and leggy. That one, and then we've got these 2 little ones here as well. So I think what we're going to do is start with this one. Right, I'll get set up and I'll be right back with you. Okay, I've zoomed you in a little bit so you can take a look here. Now when we do cut back, we'll be cutting back to each of these little buds. So you can see we've got one here, here. So they go left, right, left, right. If we cut to the right one, it's going to be, when the branch grows, it'll grow this way. If we cut to the left one, it'll grow out this way. That's all we're going to do. So as you can see here, it's growing out, and what we want to do is we want to continue and then develop outwards this way. So I'm going to cut to a branch there, so that bud should leaf out and then grow in this direction. And then if we do it on this side, just turn so you can see the buds straight down the camera, and I'll cut there, so then the bud should sprout out that way. Hopefully when we get the branches coming out this way, it'll grow to a certain point, and then we will be able to grow out that way again. This top one, we don't want anything growing upwards, and I'm just going to cut this one back. Whether we use it in the future or not, I don't know, but we're going to leave it. I think this one actually, I've cut this one a bit too short, too long, so I'm going to cut it back a bit more. Yep. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the rest of the tree, cutting back in the same way. So here, I'm going to take the top ones off, because we don't need any of the top. This one here, I'm going to remove completely. This one's growing out in the crutch, so that would generate a massive swelling, and then we'd eventually get inverse taper here, which obviously that's not what we're after. Coming down lower, I'm just going to cut back. Now obviously at this stage I'm not going to use every branch going forward, but for now it's giving me the options, so I'm just going to continue in cutting back these to the buds to where I think I need them. Take off the close ones. Shortening everything back nice and neat, and we're going to go to there, to a bud that faces outwards. This one underneath we're going to completely remove. Cut this one back here, and here. Remove the under one. Anything too close to the branch and the main trunk we're going to remove. Again, could potentially cause swelling in the future. Anything going down we don't want. Let's move up a little bit more. So as you can see, let's zoom out a little bit actually. We're very top heavy, very long and leggy in the growth. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that back as well. So I think what I would like to do is remove this dead part, that bit, that, shorten that bit, there, there, and there. So I think with the way it's planted up in the pot, that's the front as it is now. Bring the tree closer for you. That's the front. Now the branches have been cut back. We've got some nice movement. In fact, the front's probably going to be there, if I'm going to be totally honest with you. That's really nice, so we're going to go with that. I'm just going to remove some of these straggly bits. If that's going to be the front, either this needs to be removed completely, or I think I'm just going to cut it right back to there. There we go. So down low, I'm just going to let them grow a little bit. I'm not going to mess about with them just while it's new growth. I'm just a little bit concerned that there's no growth up top. I have scratched it and we can see little bits of green, so we know it's still alive, but until that pushes out, I'm going to maintain and leave that just in case something does happen with the tree and it dies back. I want to have some growth at the bottom to play with. I have options in the future. But that's that initial styling of that tree ready to go. So as it pushes out, we should get a nice canopy. We'll probably grow this one out that way, so it'll grow in to a nice triangle out here. These will continue down, so it'll be nice triangle, and the bottom will be completely gone. Next tree. Second tree we've got looks a little something like that. Now this has already got good movement, and again, all I'm going to do is cut back and tidy up to make an initial styling, so we've got a good base to growth in the spring. So this one here is coming out at a funny angle. I'm just going to get rid of that completely. There we go. This branch I want to cut back. Cut back there and there. Getting the old parts off. So got some dead bits from last year's. Take them off. Good. Getting that cut we've just done. There we go. So if you can see this one here, I'll get rid of that leaf. This one here is on the inside of a bend, so we don't want that. I want to remove that completely. Again, that'll develop inverse taper. We have two branches here, one on top of the other. Now again, that's not something we want. So we have to make a decision, which one do we want? Do we want to keep this one here, or the one slightly above it? With the movement going up, it looks like it just continues right over, so I prefer it to go up and then continue out. So we're going to remove this one. I just swap over to my proper cutters. Cutting that into a flush cut. Clear that up a little bit better in a moment. There we go. You've got a better movement in the tree line. This one I'm going to bring right back. So we've got a bud right here and right here at the bottom. So I'm going to take it to that one. That bud there, it'll come out this way. And I'm going to remove that completely. Take that one back. So we've got some good structure already. Coming back on it, I think this branch might be a bit too long actually, so I'm going to cut back to here. Now Chinese elms do bud back profusely, so we shouldn't have any issues with it pushing more growth there. Come to the top, we've got these branches. Obviously this one is way too long. Let me give you a better angle. So this one here is way too long. Again, I'm going to cut back there, there, allowing us to look a little something like that. So you've got plenty of movement going around at the bend. The camera doesn't do it justice, but it peeks back on me, so you can see the big bend. So it swings up and then up. So what I'll probably do is bring that up maybe, or as it grows we'll snip it back to that bud there. So that bud, then we can try and get it to develop back that way. Maybe a bit of wire. We'll see how it grows first. I'm going to neaten that bit up there. There we go. So that'll be our apex, but we'll swing it back coming this way, giving it plenty of movement. So that's ready for growth to come in the next week or so, hopefully. Let's move on to the next one. Now this little cutting was only done last summer, so it's not very big. It is literally a stick in a pot, and all I'm going to do is the same principle, as I'm just going to take it back to where I'd like it to go. So it's going to start developing from that bud at the top. I've got branches that are way too low down, we're going to snip away and move everything back a little bit. That's it, nothing major on that one. There we go, a slightly smaller stick in the pot for that one. Okay, so this one is about 2-year-old cutting. And again, just go in, tidy it up, ready for growth. So this branch here is too low down for our first branch, so we'll remove that. Oop. And we have this branch here. Comes off in 2. I neaten that up at the end where it died off. This long branch here, I do actually like how far it goes. Or again, it's not got any movement. It is pretty straight. But what we're going to do, I think, is cut that back to there. Let's get my snips. If we take it from there, it gives us the now the last little stick in the pot is this little one. Again, it's exactly what I just said. It's a stick, but all we want to do again is just trim, bringing the branches back into shape. And we're going to back a bit there. I think that's all I'm going to do on this one. So if I bring this closer in, it still has some dead leaves from last year. There we go. Nice little bit of movement, and we've got a few branches there to the side from as it grows in. Just wanted to interrupt, show you this bee on my apple tree. How cool! So that's it for this video. I just wanted to show you how simple it is just to give an initial styling once your trees are out of leaf. You don't have to go stupid mad with it, especially on a young tree. Just get a basic cut in, let the tree push out then in the spring. Once it gets a full flush of growth, you can then go back in and cut away what you don't want. Yeah, it's really that easy, guys. Don't be afraid to have a go. Just get stuck into your tree, go out, enjoy the hobby. If you found this informative or you like what I do, please give us a like, comment, subscribe. Helps me out with the channel growth. Thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next one.